And we are live. We're back. Hello,
Welcome back.
everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Um, Boy, it was a lot of upsets and stuff going on in the NFL this week. A lot of referees doing their thing, and boy, woo, I
Man,
don't. We gonna get
surprises.
started
There was a very surprising weekend of football. That's what that was.
with what happened last night with these referees. That's what we gonna start with. Now, we all seen it. The referee decided to stick his booty out and then throw a flag. Quite frankly, I don't know if it was just me. Maybe everybody else seen the same thing, but the refs looked like it was really in favor. I mean, really in favor of the Steelers last night.
And
I
then it,
mean, it Chicago could breathe. It was a flag.
it
Meanwhile, Justin Fields over here getting knocked clean out after he done threw the ball, way after he done threw the ball.
I seen
I don't
that.
I don't see no flags, nothing. But
Is
everything Chicago did or didn't do, because some of them flags, I was like, what are you looking at? So my question is there a problem with the NFL refs?
I think it
Are
is. I think that
NFL refs gambling on games and doing stuff,
to throw 'em,
throw it in their
to
face?
yeah, that's exactly what it seemed like. Cause last night was just it was so obvious. A blind person could have seen, what the ref did to Cassius last night, and it was crazy that would happen. You know what I'm saying? You would think that he would want to move forward instead of backwards, knowing that
Yeah.
there's a player coming behind him.
Yeah,
You
like
know
you
what I'm
try to get out
saying?
the way.
But that was obvious, man. And the league, I know the league had to see it. They had
Yeah.
to see it. And if there's no kind of punishment coming to this referee, man, you know the league, that's some fixed shit. That's fixed. My bad. That's
I
fixed.
mean, the Bears had a total of 12 penalties for a total of 115 yards compared to the 5 penalties the Steelers had. You had illegal use of hands. You had false start, illegal formation, unnecessary roughness, too many players on the field, eligible receiver downfield, false start, roughing the passer, low block, pass interference, offside, taunting, like offside. And there were several missed calls on just that Justin Fields just couldn't get. And I'm gonna say, let me go and say this. I think there's also a favoritism among quarterbacks
Exactly.
in the
I was going to
NFL as
say that.
well.
I was going to say that.
Because Lamar Jackson is treated the same way. When Lamar Jackson got a flag up last week, I could not believe it. Because he hardly ever gets the flag too. And gets this. It's like more mobile quarterbacks, they are less likely to get him a flag.
Right.
Or shall I say, more melanin quarterbacks
Because that's who doing the running. That's who doing most of the running.
getting the flag. It's not getting the
Yep.
flags.
Yep.
Because Justin Field couldn't buy a flag last night, and they was leveling him to the ground.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that you know what I'm saying. It seemed like Pittsburgh wasn't the only game like this stuff was happening. Like you saying,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. And it's all these bad calls being called in the league and stuff like that in these games are very unnecessary. And I'm telling you, them refs are in cahoots with, like you said, I bet it's a gambling thing going on.
Because check it out. If you look at the teams that has been the most penalized and the penalties they are getting,
Yeah.
a lot of these penalties
Mm-hmm.
are costing games,
Big time. Big time.
costing first downs, or giving them a first down.
Mm-hmm.
So I wants to know, Roger, It's your job. Oh boy,
You
last night needs to be suspended without pay.
need to do something, man, because it just don't make sense to me, man. That if he get away with this, man, NFL done failed miserably. They have. He needs to be punished for that. It was blatant. It was blatant. So a fine, a suspension, fired, something need to
Yeah,
happen.
definitely needs to happen because that was too much. But
It was.
speaking of penalties and stuff, uh, let's talk about this Mac Jones play this past weekend. Now, you know, I'm a fan of Mac
Yep.
because he come from Alabama,
Yep.
but we in the big boy leagues now. Now, I don't want to say Mac is a different person
Hmm.
than who I thought he was because let's be
Yeah.
for real with it, with the evolution of social media and all these ways to connect people and see who people really are. A lot of people that you idolized and looked up to growing up are not the people you thought they were once they were able to speak their mind out in public. Okay, I feel like social media done messed up a whole lot of people that we otherwise would have never seen them in a certain light, but they started talking. They were able to talk, and we were like, just go back to playing the characters you play. We don't want to hear nothing you personally have to say. So Mac has always been a pretty much stand up guy. But this past weekend, let's see what happened when Mac lost the ball
Here we go.
against the Carolina Panthers. Now lay that Mac on the ground. Look what he's doing. What is that, Mac?
So did he throw an interception and said that he thought old boy had the ball?
What I understand, he fumbled the ball.
Oh, he fumbled. Okay.
And I guess he thought he had the ball and this is what he does. This is what is that? What is that? Clearly his fault. Clearly his fault. Now, I don't Mac Jones was asked about this and he said that he thought he had the ball and that, you know,
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do is but I'm like, Matt, did you have to twist him and turn him over like that? I
Yeah. I
mean,
think
you had him long enough to be able to see. To me, look like that he didn't have no ball.
right, right. I seen how he had his foot and when dude was falling, I don't know the player name, but when dude was falling, he had to twist around for him to not to get his foot twisted. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But it didn't go right. You know what I'm saying?
nope.
That was a oh man, that was a dirty play, man. That was dirty. It-
And I think he has a sprained ankle, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if he's gonna be playing this week or he's gonna be out, but that seems to be the situation.
do you know who that player is?
What was his name? Hold on, let me tell you. Let's see, what was his name? I'll tell you. Brian Burns.
Oh yeah, okay, okay.
It's Brian Burns.
Mm.
So
I never would expect that from Matt. You
I
know,
wouldn't expect that from Mac either, but you know, we try.
you never know. There's a lot of dirty players in the
It's a
NFL, man. There's a
lot
lot
of
of
them.
dirty players. You
Hmm.
know, and I wouldn't expect him to be that because that ain't like that. That's not in his character, man. You know,
No,
you've
it
been
doesn't
watching
seem like it, and I've been
you
watching him a
right.
while.
You know, when he was Alabama, you know, you didn't see him do no stuff like that. So when he comes to the NFL and do it, I don't know, man. You know, it's kind of hard to say, but it looks dirty. It
It
looks
looks
dirty.
bad.
Yeah, it looks bad. And whatever his intentions was or whatever he thought, you know what I'm saying, regardless on the camera do not lie, it looks bad on him.
Sure don't.
It does.
Camera
Looks real
does
bad.
not lie. But let's so today OBJ was finally free at 3 o'clock our time, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And he's a free agent. He is
Wow.
now a free agent. And I had already figured that nobody was going to pick him up of waivers simply because they didn't want to have to bring that $7 million price tag with him. Now that he's a
Yeah.
free agent, they'll probably sign him for less. And I mean, you can't help but to sign him for less. His productivity over the past 3 years ain't to me worth $7 million. Wasn't worth $7 million.
Yeah, 7.25.
Yeah, it wasn't. So
But
now, what I want to know is, since he's now a free agent, who has to pay that money now?
well, from what I heard, they put him on waivers, right? So
Mhm.
whoever would pick him up before he became a free agent would have to pay that 7.25.
Mhm.
But now that he's officially a free agent, I think it go down to like 4 something, 4 point some million. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what Cleveland owe him.
Yeah, Cleveland owes him that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, so I don't know why they thought nobody was gonna pick him up. Why would I pick him up when we could just wait till the next day he become a free he become a free agent. You still have to pay him, and then I ain't got to pay him but 3. He could get signed right now to a 1-year contract for $3 or $4 million and still get the same thing he would have made. Because
Yeah.
who that was getting paid from all these teams? Flacco. Was it
Was
Joe
that who it was?
Flacco?
Could have been.
It
It
was
could have
one of that
been.
he was getting paid for Minnesota, this place, that place. I was like,
They bounce these players around like they hookers or something. They
mm-hmm.
pass them around easy.
Man, they do. But in this
But
situation, I am glad that OBJ is now a free man.
I
And
heard I was watching First Take this morning, and they was talking about Keyshawn Johnson and your boy.
Not my boy. Fuck Stephen A. Smith.
Talking about him being a fit up in not Minnesota, Seattle. You know what I'm saying? But I disagreed with that
I do too.
because they already got two people that Russell Wilson throwing the ball to. Now,
exactly.
A team maybe like Washington or Minnesota can use another wide receiver up there. There's quite a few teams that can use a wide receiver. But Seattle,
Now,
they set.
Atlanta.
They set. Atlanta, yeah.
Simply because we don't know if
another
Calvin
one.
even coming back this year.
Yeah,
no
you know what? I seen that. They was talking about he could be done for the year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You know what? I appreciate Arthur Blank for allowing him to do that. I appreciate him for allowing him to take the time he needs to go do what he got, because a lot of teams will not let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially they pushing to the playoffs, you know.
Yeah. Let him get his mind right. Now I understand that that kudos to him, man. Let the guy get himself together. So, he got a long career ahead of him.
Young. But Odell would be a great fit in Atlanta. Odell would be a great fit in Las Vegas, but he don't want to be there.
He can go down to Houston and be a damn good fit down there.
But see, they ain't got no quarterback, and they ain't no
right.
A lot of people are saying Chiefs. And the reason why is because he's better than Pringle, Johnson, and Hartman. He'll be automatically upgraded over them, which means Tyreek takes most of the coverage. Then the other coverage goes to who? Travis Kelce. You know what that means for Odell?
Yeah.
What they gonna do then? Because you got to try to keep all 3 of them not being over. Yep. 1-on-1 with Tyreek or Odell, you through.
They were saying that's the same thing that they were saying about him up in Seattle, Keyshawn Johnson, and your boy. You talking about, why they say it'd be a good fit, but Keyshawn Johnson
Won't say
Yeah,
yeah, no.
yeah,
So I believe they everything I've been seeing is pointing toward him going to Seattle, but because Russell is back this week,
yeah.
so
That's what I heard. Yeah, he's back. But
wherever he
there's
goes,
quality right there.
I just want to see numbers over there. I want to
But
see
you
you
got
catching the
to look to
ball, and I want to see
look
you
to
getting touchdown.
look. But you know him being in Cleveland, you see Baker Mayfield wasn't throwing this man the ball.
Nope, not for real.
Yep, they was not throwing him the ball like they should. And he just need that quarterback, you know, that's going to
Hmm.
get him in there. That's basically what that is. He go to a team with a quarterback, he gonna see the numbers. That's the only reason I see his productivity being down is because of Baker Mayfield not hitting the boy like he should.
Yeah,
That's real talk.
Aaron Rodgers still has not gotten any punishment, and it's been almost a week.
And I don't think he will. I don't think they will because if it's not from the league, if it's not from the league, I said that. If it's
So
not
them
from the
Green
league,
Bay
then
ain't gonna do that.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
scared right now with
Right,
Jordan
because
Love out there.
Jordan Love is not going is not going to be the guy to go in there and win like Aaron Rodgers is. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to do that.
Because
That's
he
just
would have
not
won that
happening.
game with all his weapons out there.
Now, the worst scenario they could do to him is fining. Give him the
But that
fine.
don't mean that.
Right? That's true. That's true. That's what I'm
He can
saying.
take
I
his
mean,
he can take his state farm check, pay
I know. That's what I'm
that.
saying. He's not. They're not going to suspend him for
But
what?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you something else though. All this ain't on Aaron Rodgers or Green Bay because the NFL knew too and seen him doing all these press conferences, seen him on the sidelines, all in post stage shaking hands with no mask on, and they did nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's another reason why Aaron kept saying that in that interview that everybody knew, everybody knew. He was throwing Rodgers right up on the bus. Like, oh, you knew, so why is it a problem now, basically? He's just so
Well,
smug.
it has yet to be, you know, somehow yet to be done about that, you know, and it needs to be honest with you. But I can't see no suspension coming. I can't see it. It's
Man,
just not happening.
it needs to happen.
It needs
It
to.
needs to be an example made that you can't do what you want to do because guess what? They don't make no example out of them. Don't take no draft picks. Don't do nothing. You finna have a problem in the league
Uh huh.
because other folk gonna feel like they can do what they want to do. It's favoritism because it's Aaron Rodgers, and that's a bad combination.
That is.
You don't
But
want
you
that.
know, it's it's still early. It's still fresh. Time will tell. We'll be on. We promise to bring y'all that story when it happens.
Yeah.
Whatever happens to Aaron Rodgers, we'll bring that to you.
So, last topic. Big
Mm-hmm.
upsets in the NFL Week 9.
Week 9.
Josh Allen loses to Trevor Lawrence.
9-6. That's why I say
Yeah.
something about some of the AFC games, man. I'm telling. Oh my God, that's how some of the AFC games end up with them low numbers, them low scores like that.
Mm-hmm.
You win by a field goal. That's what you do. You win by a field goal,
Who would have
and
thought Josh Allen
that's true.
couldn't get a touchdown?
Couldn't get nothing going.
Nothing.
He couldn't get nothing going. But you know what? Sometimes them games, you have a bad game. They happen.
Yeah, they do.
They
But
happens and
Dallas getting ran over by Teddy Bridgewater. And Dak was playing this week. So
you know
what
what?
is his
That
job in jeopardy though? Hmm.
Who knows? But I'm gonna tell you like this: that was an embarrassing upset right there. Not only was it upset, it was embarrassing
Yeah.
because you lost to a
They was 30-0 for the longest time in that game.
yeah, yeah. You lost to a quarterback like Bridgewater. He's not that type of quarterback
No,
that
he's like a
you should have
backup.
you should have lost to.
And
You
then
know.
Denver had so many injuries.
Then Von Miller gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you had the clear advantage in this game.
You had the height of advantage of that game, and you dropped the ball on it. You dropped the ball on
Man,
it.
the way Dak was overthrowing the ball, I'm like, Dak, you sure you all right? Cause this
It was
was
crazy.
this is
That was one.
embarrassing.
That was one crazy weekend, man. You got to look at that, man, and be like, man, it was so many upsets this weekend, man, that you like, dang, upset, upset, upset. All you seen
Hmm.
all weekend upsets. But you know what? That's that's football.
The
That,
Rams getting beat
oh,
down by the Titans with no Derrick Henry.
but no. I wouldn't even say that. You gotta look. The Titans on a mother freaking roll.
They are.
They've been running over people ever since, and ever
They
since the
defense
season. So
just
yeah, their defense is a beast, and you got to look at this with that defense they got. Man, they are just going through people like hot knife through butter. I'm telling you.
and what's crazy is this is gonna be so crazy. Just think about this, y'all. Tennessee Titans, as far as my knowledge, does not have not one single person on their defense who is a name. Like they don't have an Aaron Donald or a
Right.
Jalen Ramsey or a Von Miller or a Raekwon
Mm-hmm.
Smith or they don't
Exactly.
have one of those names on their defense. And they just ran through Matthew Stafford.
Look, Adrian Peterson came in. He had 10 attempts, 21 yards, one touchdown. How do you let that happen?
And on top of that,
It
I can't even
happened.
remember what Ryan Tannehill yards and stuff was, but
Ryan Tannehill was, I got it right here. He was 19 for 27, 143 yards, one touchdown, one interception.
and
That
won the
the
game.
game. Now check this out. Matt
And it wasn't
Stafford was
even close for a minute.
now look at this. Matt Stafford was 31 for 48, 294 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. Picture that.
Man.
How do you let tennis? Nah, let
And
me
then
shut up
Julio
because
really didn't even get the ball like that.
exactly.
His
That's what I'm.
defense won that game.
Yeah,
Just like
that.
with the Bengals, it
Yeah.
was the defense that won that game for Baker.
Uh-huh.
He's still not that guy. Don't
No,
y'all
he's
get y'all
not.
hopes up. He's still not that guy because the first few plays of the game, it was an
Yeah.
interception ran back for a touchdown. So let's not do this. I know y'all get y'all hopes up over there, but don't do it to
Mm.
yourself. Baker is still not that guy.
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay.
I'm not doubting his playing skills, not at all, but he's not that
When the
guy.
defense is scoring for you, it
Right.
makes it much easier on you.
You see that? You see that? Me and you, we sit up one day and we talked about this. I maybe a year or two ago, something like that. How I forgot what team it was. Defense won them the game.
Who was that?
I think we were talking. I think that. Who was we talking about that year? I can't remember.
It might have
But
been that Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay, but that's definitely who won that game.
man, tell me about it. That's why I say when they say defense wins a game, that's the honest God truth.
Your offense could totally suck because Ryan Tannehill's offense sucked. And Derrick Henry gone, but his defense has stepped it up another notch because they over here scoring. Like when you got a defense that's gonna score for you, not just
Yes,
get the ball back, get the ball
but
back
score.
and do your job.
What they say about your offense?
Hmm. That means if the ball don't get put in harm's way, we got a problem.
I I think this is Tennessee. I think they on a what 3-4 game winning streak, something like that.
Hmm.
They rolling, man. They
They
they is
rolling.
rolling. They are rolling, and
And
like
let me tell you
ten.
something.
Mm-hmm.
If they can make it to the playoff, Derek
Yeah,
may make his way back
exactly.
just to play. Because guess what?
Yeah,
He had plenty of off season time to go, to heal that
yeah,
knee.
yeah.
Because he done had surgery. So,
I, I, I'm not doubting that
because
they.
Russell came back so quick.
Yeah, he's supposed to been out what 6 games, and he's back. I
Russell
know
came.
Derrick Henry can do
Gino, you just messed it up my team. Goodbye.
it. Mm-mm. Tennessee gonna be in the playoffs. I guarantee you. Watch what I tell you.
Yeah.
You thank me later, Tennessee fans, for
Yeah,
saying
they will.
speaking into existence.
But
The way they rolling through folks,
if the Falcons
man, they
don't
won by the
start letting
skin.
these folks come back and win the game, I need my defense to be able to hold the lead. Matt Ryan doing all he can do. My defense just giving the game away.
They won by the skin of their teeth, boy. They almost
Man,
lost
I
that
was sitting
game.
over here like, Lord, listen.
I know.
Please don't miss this
Hey,
pick.
hey, I was like, man, I know Gunner is over there tripping.
Because I couldn't believe how y'all let these folks come back this close.
Mm-hmm.
Have Kamara just over here just doing what he want to do.
It was a good game, man. That was one of the that
Mm-hmm.
game. Chicago, let's see, Atlanta and Saints, Chicago and Chicago and Steelers. Those were two of the best games that I seen played this weekend because they were so close
Well,
and they were
I'm going
going
to
back to back.
say Lamar Jackson game
Yeah,
in
and the
that too. Because
Vikings.
they
Yeah,
kept saying
yeah,
he can't
yeah.
bring no team back. He can't
That's
bring no
another one.
team back.
Yes, that's another one. The Vikings and the Ravens, they played and it was a good. Those were three
Mm-hmm.
good games all
That
weekend.
was
Those were
definitely some good games.
yes, those are the ones you those are the games I like to see. I don't like to see big blowouts and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see if you score, I score. Who gonna stop who? You know what I'm saying? You trade these scores back to back, so you want to know is my defense finna stop them or they gonna let them score? That way they can get
Mm-hmm.
on they can be on top with the score and who gonna win this game. These close games like this are the best games to watch, the
Yep.
most exciting games. I love
Now they
these
may
kind
not be excited for your health if it's your
of
team. Because I was sitting over here like
you had to have your blood
Jeroku.
pressure.
Jeroku, don't you miss this kid? That's what I call him. Jeroku, don't you miss this kid?
I know they be having you going blood pressure up, headaches.
Man, like Travis said, my husband stay saying, "Oh Lord, now she's gonna start fighting that." I sure is.
Well, I mean, now, you don't be fighting there, do you?
Yes, I do. Throwing something, I be mad up
Oh
in here.
boy. Oh boy,
Ain't
let me
nothing
see
worse than
that.
your team winning by 2 whole touchdowns, and all of a sudden you just start to see the lead slowly but surely diminishing, and you wondering to yourself, "Am my team gonna lose this game? Is my team gonna lose this game?" I know my team not. What? Or the LSU game at Alabama. Listen,
Mm. I
if
know that.
y'all was
Look,
not with us this past weekend live, y'all missed a very good show and a very good live because my pressure was
almost
it
busted,
was
busting
sending
veins.
me. Those penalties were sending me. Okay,
Mm-mm.
we almost lost that game. And because like
I,
I'm just going to put this out there. I don't know which team we're gonna have this weekend, or when we play Arkansas, or when we play Auburn. Because see, we got to get through that before we can get to Georgia.
right, right.
And the fact that we should not have been struggling against this LSU team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I can't sit up and look at the schedule and say, "Oh, I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that." Nope. Every game is I might
So,
or I might not. You know.
because Alabama used to dominating. I mean, just going
Oh yeah.
in
Hold on. Let me
52-13
see.
scores. Alabama
It's
will
the new
run.
rankings out yet because they supposed to be doing the new rankings tonight. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just going to look and see what the new rankings are.
Alabama will run the scoreboard up on you if you get them the opportunity.
Yeah.
You're not seeing that as of lately, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not
Mm-mm.
seeing that. I mean, they winning games by 1 or 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? But even though LSU isn't ranked, they still a decent team.
Oh,
They
they ain't
still
gonna
a
do it till 8
contend.
o'clock.
They still a contending team. You know what I mean?
But I'm just
Alabama
gonna go and
struggled.
say what it is. Georgia, it is not playing. Okay.
No, they're not playing. They are doing
If you
things
score a
phenomenal.
touchdown, you're lucky. They
They
not
got the
even
number.
let you in the end zone.
They got the number one defense in the country, man. You know
But
what I'm
I'm gonna tell
saying?
you something.
What's up?
That'll be the game. Alabama come out there and want to play. Want to play first quarter. Want to play the second quarter. Want to play half of the third quarter, and then the rest of the game is gonna be complete. Run your pressure through the roof,
They better not run the pass the pressure through the roof like that. They
man.
gonna feel it. At halftime, boy, they gonna feel it in their locker room. I
I
guarantee you.
This season has been so up, down, left, right. I don't even know what it's given. So each game is just like a whoo. Glad we made it to
I
the
know,
next
right?
week. And that's how it's going with Atlanta as well.
So do y'all
Made
do
it to the
y'all
next week.
do y'all face Georgia this year, or have y'all played them
We
yet? Or
so far we're leading in the SEC West. Georgia's already clinched the East, but we haven't
Mhm.
clinched the West yet because of that stinking loss to Texas A&M. And
Right?
then we got to go through Auburn and
Y'all play
Arkansas.
Auburn?
Yeah, we always play Auburn the last game of the season. That's the Iron Bowl, the weekend of
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
you hate
So,
Auburn.
man, they already got 3 losses. They could take another one from us. 3 losses. 3.
Well, it is what
Good
it is, man.
comparison. We should have one, but normally that's all we get is one. I mean, we ain't had a loss about 2-3 years, so hey.
You know what? That's true. Like I said, y'all been dominating the field, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be one time or another that you're gonna start
Every
getting them
now and
lost.
then a
Yeah,
team get lucky, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, and have a better team than
exactly.
us, like LSU
Hmm.
did the year before last. They just had the better team. And if you look at those same players right
Yeah,
now in the NFL, they balling.
balling big
If you
time.
look at any championship team from the SEC, those players are in the NFL succeeding right now. The
Yeah,
past couple of
exactly.
years, all of those players are succeeding. 3 of them are quarterbacks, and those 3 came from Alabama. You got
Bama
Jalen
born and
Hurts,
bred.
Tua, and Mac Jones running their own NFL team, just like they ran back. Nick
They doing
Saban
it.
is that guy.
Yeah, guy, man. He brings him up right, man. He
That
brings
was the
him.
only position he has never had a player playing in the NFL and got 3 now.
Hey,
We just for some
Nick,
reason couldn't get no
Nick,
quarterback.
Nick know what he doing, man. I'd have him as a coach any day, any time of the day. He know what he doing. With all the awards he done won, all this coaching he doing and everything, man. He's big time, man. And
He is.
I'm waiting to. I'm just like this. I hope I live the day to see him being an NFL coach. That's not the
He
guy truth.
he has been an NFL coach because
He
he
has.
came from
I didn't know that.
Miami.
Oh, I didn't
Him
know
and
that.
Bill Belichick worked together at Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. He's
Oh, I
worked in the
didn't.
NFL, but the NFL
Yeah.
wasn't not his lane. You get what I'm saying? And he knew it wasn't his
Yeah.
lane. He went back to college, and that's where he's been.
I didn't know he was a coach in the NFL. That's new to
Hmm
me. That's totally new
See,
to me.
certain coaches need to stick to where your strength
They
is,
yeah.
because see, the
Yeah.
NFL is way different. See, in college, you can go recruit the players that you need for each part of your team and have a decent team every year.
Yep,
Whereas in the
exactly.
NFL draft, it gonna take money, it gonna take draft picks, it gonna take a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot just to build up a team, and a lot of time it may take years to do that because of cap space.
Yep. That's true.
So I don't know why a lot of those coaches think that they can just come over to the NFL and do the same thing that they were doing over there, because it's not gonna work the same. You don't
No,
have
it's
the
not.
same free range. You can't go and say the same stuff you say and do, because these people already got money. Most of them, they already know
Yeah.
what it is. You are not gonna be able to
Mm-hmm.
sweet talk them over there.
Sure ain't.
So,
Oh, yep.
well, that brings us to the end of the show, people. I was going
Appreciate
to give y'all the college football playoff rankings, but they're not starting till 8, and that's another hour or so from now. But I will let you know about it Thursday. Hopefully, Alabama still is number 2.
it.
And like, share, subscribe.
Do all of
I,
that.
I thank you for all of our new followers. We are at over 200 subscribers. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed,
We
commented,
appreciate
shared,
we
watched our
appreciate all you
videos.
guys. We appreciate it.
But we will see you Thursday. If anything comes up, if Odell goes anywhere, we will bring that to you live. So check us out. We'll be back Thursday. Nothing will happen between now and then. Deuces.
Peace.